Away we go for our fourth run. Recording is 37 minutes long at this point. We got a devoted night. This is a rough room for me. Scares me a lot. Oh no.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
I think we're done here, boys.
Empty. The capacitor is empty.
There she blows. Damn! There it is. We're down. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up trapped in a collapsing pocket of the Abyssal Deadspace, watching my entire net worth vaporized. Well, to understand this disaster, we're going to have to start at the beginning. Alright everybody, welcome back to our 0 to Omega series using only the Abyss. In our last episode, we damn near lost our worm and had to change the underwear. It was really close. So what I did in between episodes here is I did restock on some fed naves and really just kind of poked around a little bit. As we can see from my clipboard from my GV assets, we do have a net total of about 122 million net worth, with only 9 mil sitting in the bank, but that will be changing in this episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get jumped in, run a couple runs, and come back later. In between episodes, I did start training towards the Gila, which is going to be kind of the peak pinnacle of what we are going to be able to do in our alpha state. And then what I'm also going to do in between this episode and next is I'm going to be transferring out this Plex just so that we can zero out our balance and then go from there, being able to keep track of how much I'm actually going to be making or losing as we move forward. And I'm going to just pile into the Plex as I have enough ISK. So, I will meet you at my jumping off spot in just a little bit. Alright, now that we're back, we're going to go ahead and get these. I am already in fleet with myself, but I'm going to use this Calm Exotic. I'm going to launch for 3 frigates, and then it's going to be just for me. So without further ado, here we go. See if we don't die this time. So what happened last time is I stopped moving. Got tracked down, so I got to keep my speed up. And of course we're going to hit a Karen in the first room, so we shall see how this goes. And that should be Karen down. Get our drones back. We have avoided the transfer conduit, so we didn't bounce. Now we're going to move you to Hobbs. We're going to pick you up. What did we get? 1.6 mil. Roughly estimate. Then we're going to mark you as my favorite. Slide you. Slide you. Can't slide. Okay, so we are fully reloaded in the clip. We are still going as fast as we can, almost 1,000 meters a second. We got our drones. We're good to go. What do we got this time? Bunch of blasts. So, why don't we just head this way? At least until they get close. I'm not able to target anything outside of 35. So we'll send the drones out there and start locking them all up as they come closer. Probably shouldn't be sending missiles over here because it's going to make me stop, but it'll work. Alright, so there is something to grab out of that. Gotta keep an eye on drone health. Split the DPS with my drones between two different ones. We are now out of range of something as it just popped away. We got 200,000. Not really worth it. We do have a yellow box. Look like we should be okay. Okay, and the last one. Shield boost bonus, but it does go 40% faster. And we're going to swing by the cache on our way through. Got a calm exotic to replace the one that we just burned. Agitated. Meh. Not really anything good there. While we're on our way, we'll throw in a reload. That's why I'm running the exotics, is because I'm shooting the Scourge. So we'll pull them in. Come on. 1.5 mil on that one. And off to the conduit for our final room. 6 minutes in, not terrible. We're carrying no additional damage. I kind of want to roll some mutaplasmids for these drones, but I know it's not the best idea, especially as our goal is to flex the account. What do we get in the last room? Sparks. Off to the cache we go. Should be no problem. Let's get the drones out. We just got to get this striking damage down because its damage will spool up over time. So I'm gonna that's gonna be where my drones are focused at, and my missiles are gonna be focused on these strike needles as they come in. Start our repper. Gonna bounce hard off that because I am an idiot. Uh, 4.1 mil, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so we got drones out. Perfect. I'm going to split damage by just clicking on him and then attacking manually. These are straight up nodes. Let's run out to this one. See if there's anything good. I gotta get going. Get some transversal up. Send out the drone, see if there's even anything out there to get. Smoosh everything down. Reload. Is there anything in there? There is. Okay, so we're going to turn off our shield rep because it is about to cap me out. I'm going to click over in here, copy all. Can't do that yet, as I do need to get this extraction node and see what's in there. 351. Man, these side ones really aren't worth a whole hell of a lot. But that's part of the experiment. What is it saying is unseen? I think... yes, my cruisers. For the Galente tree, as I am working my way towards the Gila. So we're going to smush everything down once more. Control A, Control C, paste it over. And as we get closer, this first run is going to be 7.5 million into the coffers at about 10 minutes. If we extrapolate that, you got 7 times 6. Granted, there's no way we're going to be able to run it that much, but that is 42 mil an hour. Need a lot. It's going to be quite a bit before we get there. Either way, that is going to be my first run here today, and then I'm going to get back to station and drop off some more stuff and pick up some more filaments. Okay, now that we're back in station, we're going to open up our inventory and split everything out here. 7.9 estimated, and toss in our blueprint. Consolidate everything once more, and then we're going to grab some more of these filaments. We do have 10 of them. I'm going to move 9 of them over. That way we can run 3 back to back, get a little greedy, see what happens, and off to our jumping off spots again. Alright, now we're back to our standard spot. I'm going to go ahead and get another one of these here popped. That way we can get that running as well. And off to the trace we go. There's my 3 jumps on the day, so that's going to give me a cool 500,000 ISK. Just because. Alright, so we've got a striking Leshak. This is going to be another one of those that just kind of spools up with time. We are kind of looking around. He is on the gate there. What are you? You're a small, short range suppressor. So we got to watch out for as we get closer. We do need to pick up some transversal on this guy. There we go. There's the first miss. So we got our transversal going up so that we don't have to run our repper all the time. I do need to manually pilot a little bit closer in. We can turn off the repper at this point. And we are within our 35. Get the drones out and start attacking. Getting within 32 will allow me to send off some missiles as well. And that should hopefully put us in a good spot before we get out of range. I'm going to pop the cache. Hopefully. Oh, that cycle time takes forever. Okay. Okay, watch out. We're about to get mollywopped. Okay, good to go. Didn't actually take any damage on that pivot. Let's get them drones back in. And let's see what we got out of can 1. 3.6 mil. I like it. It's a good start. Got our drones, got reload. 1 tap of the repper should be in a good spot. Yep. And jump. Alright, so we got a bunch of blast needles. So much like that last one, actually, I'm just going to go straight into them. They're going to be hitting me kind of hard. But we should be able to drop them pretty quick. So we're going to launch one. Send it. Okay. Fly right through. There is a lot of blast damage coming in. Probably should have tried to pilot around, kite them a little bit, but I think we'll be able to make it. As soon as I get some of these off the field. Holy crap. Took a little bit longer to get them off the field than I was anticipating. Okay, so drones are taking a little bit of damage, but what that means is I'm not taking as much damage. Probably, so the way you would really want to fight this room would be to kite and to stay out of range as much as you can before you start picking off some of this damage. I was just being, I don't know, cocky. 1.6 mil on that one. And off to the transfer conduit we go. We don't need the repper running anymore. Let's throw a reload in while we're heading that way. And get that jump in. Striking vials, they'll start spewing out a bunch of little babies here pretty quick. There they go. Need to make sure that we're focusing the carriers, basically. They honestly should go down pretty quick. Orbit on you. And start the rep a little bit. Should thin out here pretty quick. As soon as this first one goes down. There he goes. I think they pivoted to my drone here. Yep. So we just got to keep an eye on that. It's taking a pretty good beating there. But we were already in a good spot. So we'll pop the can, get them recalled. Grab this can, and that is run number 2 done on the day. That is a $1.2 million cash. And we're going to move our way to the origin. Control A, Control C, and Control E. Nope, don't need the rubber. And this particular run was about a 6 million ISK run, according to Abyss Tracker. So, again, a nice run. Okay, we got to click. And in we go. Well, maybe not yet. Okay, now in we go. Euler. Ooh. Alright, so we've got some strikings and a Kikimora in here as well. We're we're going to start just moving towards the cache at maximum speed. Get our drones out. They are set to aggressive, right? Focus fire, auto attack, yeah. Okay, let's get this Damovic down and start chucking some missiles at the Kiki. Okay, so taking a little bit of damage. We'll start the Repper. Just until we can get the Damovic down. Maybe shouldn't have split the DPS. That's the Kiki just absolutely obliterating me, dude. I gotta hope that they start missing. Or start attacking my drones. That's great too. Alright, so we'll slide that drone back. It's gonna take a little bit of armor damage. We're gonna launch him again. Send him right back out. Okay. So on the Kiki room, focus a Kiki. Damovic hardly does any damage versus. We can turn that off. And as we bring back our drones, they'll pop that, and we'll bring them in and see what we get. And we got a 1.7 million ISK room. Not great. Not terrible. Making money. Alrighty, and jump. I'm gonna move these extras as soon as I get out of session change. And I'm going to mark them as my favorite. Alrighty. We're just going to move kind of off this way. Launch these drones. Nobody's anywhere close for me to be able to target. And they're creeping in. So we'll take out the Spark Needle first. Start orbiting the bio-adaptive cache. Bio-combination. Combinative. Bio-something cache. Okay. They are hitting me. We'll start the Repper. Is he out of range or something? Kind of goofy. Didn't realize I had reps. What is going on? Everybody should still be on that striking to start with. Some of those new drones that web down at the same time might be pretty good for a guy like that. Let's get those drones on the cache here. Get them called back in, and let's see what we get. About to cap myself out. Oh, 1.7 mil. A lot of items, not a whole lot of value on them. Drones in, reload done, good to go. Moving forward. And off to the new room. The third and final room of this particular run. And we've got a Deep Watcher. So, much like with Karen and all the other ones, we will need to get transversal up On our way by, we could probably pop the can. Within 32. Get the drones out. He's still just slightly beyond our reach. Okay, love the miss to start with. Drones are on him. And now Miss Skiles is on him. Okay. So we are doing a pretty good job. I'm gonna just orbit. I'm gonna fly directly at him like a moron to... maybe not. What am I orbiting? Oh, I'm gonna go orbit the cache. Dumbass. Okay. Get a little target painter on me. We're all good with that. I'm just going to snag real quick. That's a mill. Kind of not a great run here. Please don't fly directly at him. Well, he's going to be a little bit of a brick shit house, so that'll take a while to get through that. So while we're doing that, let's get everything copied over. Yep, not a very good run at 4.5 mil. Do. Straight up mindless. At least for this last guy, as long as we're not running into the toxic environment outside of our bubble here, it's just a big chill. And get him. He's just got a sliver left. There we go. Oh, that was painful. All right, so we got drones, we got everything in. We're gonna start a reload. Kaboom. And we're gonna let her rip. So that is our third run, and that is a 4.5 million ISK run. So we're gonna switch back to known space. We're gonna jump into another as soon as I get this run saved. And then let's just jump back to number one, or spot one.
Active.
Okay, so we are back to our originating spot. We're gonna get the invulnerability off. I'm going to launch for fleet and jump and activate. Away we go for our fourth run. Recording is 37 minutes long at this point. We got a devoted night. This is a rough room for me. Let's get this speed up. Drones out immediately. Yeah. This guy scares me. So we got to work on our transversal with him. And that's why he scares me. Scares me a lot. Oh no. He's gonna cat me out.
The capacitor is empty.
There it is.
The capacitor is empty.
So we'll see if we can't.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
Pick up the occasional.
The capacitor is empty.
Heal.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
I think we're done here, boys.
Empty. The capacitor is empty.
There she blows. Damn! There it is. We're down. Send me home. Maybe. Please. Send me home. So I probably should have stayed, yeah, I should have stayed out of range. That way you didn't nuke me out. So with that, we didn't just lose the ship, we lost, what else did we lose? We lost our ship, we lost all the loot in there, which was about 12 mil. So, I mean, could have been better, could have been worse. But we're going to take a look at our assets at this point, and I will be right back.